Hi, it's Martin from the Meat Puppets podcast. I don't know if you've noticed, but OpenAI the ChatGPT people have released something where you can train your own GPT. And like every other person on YouTube in the world, I was just going to do a quick tutorial to show you how to use it in a really simple way or what's possible. I was racking my brain thinking what would be actually useful and relevant to what I've done. I'm going to create a GPT which will basically act as the DaVinci Resolve manual. So DaVinci Resolve is a piece of editing software that I've used a hell of a lot over the years and a lot of other people use. So maybe you use it. And if you do, then you will be familiar with the issue. So if you don't know how to do something, so maybe you're wanting to export something, imagine you're a new user. So there's two places I'd go. First place would be the manual. This is the reference manual for 18.5, bit of a beast. 180 megs worth of PDF, lots of nice pictures. Or you might jump across to the forum. There is a Blackmagic forum for Resolve where you can search that and try and find an answer to the question. There are obviously other places you can go and ask on Reddit boards and things like that, or if you're part of a bigger community, but I'm just going to assume that this is what you're doing. I don't know how to export something. I do, but I'm imagining that I don't. My go-to would be I'd hit Control F, I'd type in export, which I've already typed in up here. And as you'll see down the side here, these are all the places in the manual that export exists. Then your options are to go through, where does it say export on that page? Not a very efficient way of finding it. And on the forums, you could just search. But we're not going to do that. We're going to create a GPT, so a chatbot that knows all about the manual and hopefully knows all about the forum and can provide answers for people. The eventual thing would be we'd love to build this into Resolve, so it's just there inside Resolve and you can have a little chatbot and just ask a question. So I'm going to take you through the process of creating a personalized GPT to find answers inside DaVinci Resolve. Here we go. I'm already logged into my ChatGPT account. You have to be a Plus user to be able to do this. And if you open the sidebar, you might already have it open. You'll see down the side here, you've got lots of options. Now, you see, these are GPTs that we've already created. So we've created a Meat Puppets podcast GPT, which you'll find in the description below. We've also created an Ableton helper, which is a very similar process that we're about to do, which we've done for Ableton already. But if you want to create a GPT, the place you want to go to is Explore. So let's just click Explore. And then this brings up this. Down here, you've got a load of things that have been made by OpenAI. I haven't actually tried many of these out, but these are personalized GPTs. But if you're looking for inspiration, it's not a bad place to go and have a look. So have a look through these for inspiration to ones they've made. The place you want to go to is you want to create this. Click this, create a new GPT, create a GPT. You'll see it's in beta, which basically means it might not work. Those of you in the know will know that OpenAI reportedly have been having a DDoS attack and their services have been, let's say, sketchy, to say the least. So hopefully we'll get through this tutorial without it being sketchy. So I'm just going to click on that. And you're brought into this window. On the right-hand side, you've got a preview. On the left-hand side, you've got these two tabs, Create and Configure. So there's two ways you can make a GPT. You can just do it manually, or you can get AI to help you. So why not get AI to help you? So we're going to ask this GPT Builder to help us. So it says here, hi, I'll help you build a new GPT. You can say something like, make a creative who helps generate visuals for new products, or make a software engineer who helps format my code. What would you like to make? So what I would like to make, let's go down here. Let's see what we can start with. Here we go. Make a bot that knows how to do everything inside DaVinci Resolve. Okay, I'm going to hit return. See what it says. It's still thinking. At the moment, this is real time. So on this tutorial, like the last one, I'll leave everything in real time so you can see how long it takes. And depending on how well their service is going, it'll take different amounts of time. So we're getting to the end now. Exciting. Should have some Jurassic music here. Come on. Come on. Come on. This is taking forever. Okay, because this is taking a little while, I might just chop this out. Okay, it's done it. Great choice. How about we name this GPT Resolve Guru, as it reflects its expertise in DaVinci Resolve? Does that sound good to you? That sounds good to me. Let's go with what it suggested. I'll just write, yeah, that sounds great. Okay, let's see what it says now. Okay, so it's coming now. It's generating its own picture profile. This will be it going to use DALL-E 3 now to generate a profile picture for our GPT, our app. What do we call it? I don't know. Let's call it a GPT. So for our GPT, it's generating an image. Now, I could just use the Resolve logo, but that'll obviously be copyrighted. So we may as well see what DALL-E 3 comes up with, because that's what it's doing now. It's chatting to DALL-E 3 and trying to imagine what a profile picture might look like. Okay, here it comes. Ooh, what's that? It looks pretty cool. It's not very Resolve. So here's the profile picture I've generated. What do you think? Would you like any changes? Now, obviously, you can upload your own picture and stuff like that, which we'll come into later, but I'm going to stick with this image. And let's be nice to ChatGPT and go, yeah, that looks great. Oh, it said, would you like any changes? And I've said, yeah, that looks great. Let's see if that confuses it. Oh, no, it's very happy with that. Okay, so now let's refine the GPT's behavior a bit more to ensure it provides the best assistance for DaVinci Resolve users. What kind of tone or style should it have in its responses? For example, should it be professional and straightforward or more casual and friendly? I do like casual and friendly, but we'll have casual and friendly. And I'll say please, because it always pays to be nice. Okay, so it's doing that. And what it's actually doing here is it's writing some instructions based on my input, and we'll see that in a second, because you can just write this manually without having GPT Builder help you. Ironically, GPT Builder will be its own personalized GPT that's good at building GPTs, which is just weird. That's almost done. Leave it going. I'll put chapters in this so you can skip these bits if you want. Skip to the next bit if this is boring you. Still building. Okay, so it's updated it. Now it's asking me, now that Resolve Guru is set up with a casual and friendly tone, it's ready to assist users in a more approachable way. Would you like to test it out in the playground? You can try prompts like, how do I color grade in DaVinci? Or any Resolve related questions. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to refine. So I would like to refine at this point, but let's go and have a look at what it's done first. So if I'm going to jump across to configure here, and we'll see what the GPT Builder has done. We haven't named it yet. It should be called Resolve Guru. It's bizarre that hasn't named it. So I'm just going to cut and paste Resolve Guru in there. As I say, this is beta, so it's not perfect yet. And so that process where GPT was updating everything, it's written this: Resolve Guru is an expert in DaVinci Resolve, designed to assist users with all aspects of this video editing software. It provides detailed step-by-step guidance. From basic editing to advanced color grading, it's used the American spelling of color, but let's live with that. Visual effects and audio editing. The GPT offers practical advice, troubleshooting tips, and creative suggestions. It avoids providing inaccurate or outdated information and does not resolve hardware-specific issues. That makes sense. Or offer legal advice. That's also true. Its focus is strictly on DaVinci Resolve's capabilities. And then this bit here, the GPT seeks clarification for ambiguous queries. So what we can learn from here, if you are writing your own GPT, is you could just write all this in from scratch. This is what the builder has done whilst we were creating it. But it's a good place to learn if you wanted to write your own, see what it actually does. It's also designed some conversation starters. So these conversation starters are what will appear to give users of this product an idea of what to type in the box. So you can type as many as you want, as far as I know. but we'll leave it as its suggestions there. Now comes the interesting bit. So there's this knowledge bit here where it enables you to upload files, and then capabilities. So if you don't know, ChatGPT has various capabilities. It's a large language model, so you can write text in and it'll give you answers in text, but you can also ask it to browse the web. You can also ask it to generate images, and you can also use Code Interpreter to analyze data. I'm just going to enable these two because it thinks we should just have these two. I am going to now give it some knowledge. Now, I imagine that when they trained ChatGPT, it would have had some knowledge of DaVinci Resolve anyway. And at the moment, the new cutoff for ChatGPT is April 2023. Let's give it some knowledge. So as we looked at before, there is the DaVinci Resolve manual. Now, as I said, this is a massive PDF, and from experience, ChatGPT doesn't deal too well with PDFs. Now, there is GPT Vision that means it should be able to read pictures. But you know what? Let's try it. I'm going to try uploading the PDF and see what it says. So I'm going to upload files. So you'll find the Resolve manual here in Windows C, Program Files, Blackmagic Design, DaVinci Resolve Documents, unless you've got it installed in a strange place. You'll find the PDF. There it is. That is the help manual there. So I'm going to click on that and I'm going to upload it. It's now uploading this. We shall see. I will cut this bit out. It's a lot to upload, so we shall see if it likes it. I don't think it will. Okay, as predicted, it seems to have a real hard time with that PDF. Now, it might be that it is fine with PDFs in the future when they sort stuff out. This stuff is brand new. So what I've done as a solve is I've cut and pasted all of the text out of the manual and I've dropped it into a text file. So I'm just going to upload that text file, which I've got here, Resolve Manual Text. And it should have a much better job at updating this. I haven't sped this up at all, so this shouldn't be too long to go up there. We'll just wait for it to be done. It could be that OpenAI are having a terrible time. Okay, so I've got this horrible thing, unable to upload Resolve Manual Text. So I'm just going to pause the video here for a second while I try and resolve this. This is probably just OpenAI having trouble. So I'll be right back. Hey, it was just OpenAI having a brain fart. So the Resolve Manual is now uploaded. And this forms part of the knowledge now that it will search. You could just stop here. This could be it. So this could be our Resolve Guru. We have now created an app. So let's just quickly try it out. So I'm not going to use any of its suggested questions. You'd think it'd be good at its suggested questions. But let's try what we were doing before. How do I export? So I'm not even going to say in Resolve. I'm just going to say, how do I export a quick preview? So I'm asking a slightly more complicated question there. Those of you who've used Resolve will know there's a quick export option, but let's see what it does. So I'm going to click Go. It's thinking. So I'm hoping now that searching my knowledge means it's searching through the uploaded file, which is the Resolve manual, and trying to then formulate an answer. And that was pretty quick. Here we go. To export a quick preview in DaVinci Resolve, you can use the quick export feature. Here's how to do it. In the cut, edit or fusion page, or color page, you have the option to set in and out points, which you do. This is actually looking pretty good. Go to File, Quick Export. In the Quick Export dialog, select a preset. These presets are designed for various needs. Once you've chosen your preset, select a directory and then click Save. And then it even goes in to tell me what happens next. A progress bar will appear. This feature is particularly useful for quickly sharing your program in a variety of formats. That is not bad at all. And if I was a new user to Resolve, or I just never used the quick export function, I think that's a really good way of showing you. I want to give it access to the Blackmagic forum as well. So let's have a go at doing that. I'm going to go back to the creator rather than just writing in the configuration file here. So let's go back to the creator. And then we get this nice little message. Welcome back. Is there anything else? Resolve Guru should be doing better. Anything you'd like to change? And yeah, definitely is. So I'm going to drop it a little message. I would also like Resolve Guru to search on the Resolve forum for answers if it is unsure about the content from its knowledge. Is that how you tell it? Don't know. Let's see. And I'm going to cut and paste in the Blackmagic forum address. I don't know if this is how you're meant to use it. So I'm just going to write in here. The address is this. If you hear any banging, I'm having building work done. If you listen to the podcast, you'll know, but I'm sorry about that. Okay, send in message. Let's see what GPT Builder does. Oh, it's updating the GPT. It'd be good to see what's been written and how it's updated the instruction set. So we'll just wait and have a look at that. Okay, so the behavior has been updated. So it's now telling me something. So let's have a look. I've updated the Resolve Guru to now include insights from the Resolve forum. This means that when uncertain about the content, it will search Resolve forum for additional information. This change aims to ensure advice provided is accurate. Okay, so let's just see how that's affected our configuration. So I'll just go and have another look at our configuration. See if it references. Here we go. And it references the website, which is great. Okay, so now let's try and make it do that. You might have noticed also here up on the top right, it's asking me to update it because I haven't saved it. So when you're creating a GPT, it's like a program, you have the option to save it, and it should save it to your profile. So I'm going to save it to only people with a link rather than making it public. This is so I can share it with you guys in the description below. So I'm going to click confirm. It's done it. So we have got published there with a link. So let's try and make it go online. Okay, let's think of another question about exploring. So what do people on the forum think are the best export settings for YouTube? And as though we're on YouTube, let's have a look what it says. Let's see what it says. Okay, searching its knowledge. So I'm assuming that this is going to the document right now, rather than going online. But you never know, it might be going online at this moment. I have no way of telling what it's doing, which is a little unnerving. Again, in all fairness to OpenAI, there's nothing else that does this at the moment. If it takes a little bit of time, it takes a little bit of time. I can only think that this will get quicker and quicker. Oh, and it's had another brain fart. So we'll go again and try regenerate. See if this does it. Okay, so it's trying to do it. You can see it's having trouble because it keeps on bringing up that little box. But let's see if this does it. It seems to be working a lot quicker this time. So I had a real brain fart there. We're just going to have another go. I've just reloaded it and we're just going to have another go. So can check the forum for the best YouTube export settings. All right, please, hopefully this time it will do it. Look at that. It's browsing with Bing now. It's not searching the knowledge. So it's actually going straight to the forum, I imagine, having a dig through and see if it can come back with this information. Now, I think this is a difficult thing for it to do because I haven't really told it which forum page to look at or anything like that. If it does this, I will be absolutely amazed if it's done this. Oh, it's coming. That is bloody amazing. For the best YouTube export settings in DaVinci Resolve, the forum suggests several key points. Preset for video sharing. So Resolve does have a preset. And it gives you the settings. This is pretty incredible. Okay, everyone else might not be as amazed as I am, but I can't believe it's managed to do that. And now it's hopefully giving you some advice on how to set your own settings. It doesn't give you the actual settings. Now it's got YouTube recommended settings. I am loving that. That's useful. That's useful if you didn't know. And that's been onto the site. I'm personally blown away from that. Everyone else will probably think, oh, that's just normal, Martin. But I think that's pretty amazing. Okay, I'm just going to try one more thing because I did mention before that if we do look down here, we have got DALL-E image generation. And I have tried this with another GPT, so I know it doesn't work very well, but hopefully this will be coming in the future. So let's just finish off with this. So it's got DALL-E 3, so it can generate images. I'm going to ask it to generate me an infographic for all the most useful shortcuts in Resolve. I'm not even going to say anything more than that. Let's just see what happens. I'll be really surprised if it can do this. Okay, it's obviously gone to DALL-E 3. It seems to have understood my request, and it's trying to create an image. And if anybody's used Midjourney or anything like that, the speed at which it creates images is quite rapid, really, in comparison to that. It's not like it just pings up, but I'm excited to see what it does. I'm pretty certain this isn't going to work. Oh, here we go. Here's an infographic highlighting the most useful shortcuts in DaVinci Resolve. It features a keyboard layout organized for sections. The design is modern and clear, making it easy to identify and remember shortcuts. Let's have a proper look, shall we? Where this does look amazing, it absolutely makes zero sense. And I think this is more to do with DALL-E 3 being able to create text. But I can see this being useful in the future. The image generation bit is not the most useful. But if I slightly refine my prompt and just go, can you tell me the most useful shortcuts in Resolve? I think it'll generate something more useful. So this time it'll probably just bring back text. Let's see. Yeah, JKL, if you've been an editor, JKL. Yeah, this is perfect. B for the blade tool, A for the arrow tool, shift and delete, ripple, delete. It's great. Control or Command Z. And indeed, these shortcuts can significantly speed your editing process in DaVinci Resolve. So there we go. In about 10 or 15 minutes, probably would have been quicker if OpenAI hadn't been having a load of trouble. We have now created our own Resolve guru, our own GPT. So I'll put this in the link below so people can try it out. Please do try it out. Let us know in the comments whether it was any good. There it is. I can use it. One little caveat, I think you do have to be a paid member at the moment to be able to use these. So if you're not a paid member, it probably will not let you use it. But over time, they're apparently rolling it out to people who are using the free version of this. Have a go. Let me know what you think. And that is a very quick tutorial on how to create your own personal GPT inside of ChatGPT. Just one more little thing. So over time, you can add knowledge. So at the moment, we've just used the Resolve manual down here. But we don't have to do that. I could write an entire thing of everything I know about Resolve. Or maybe I could do a chat with somebody who's a super Resolve expert and then add this to the knowledge. And then this can become the super duper expert of Resolve. And I may do that going forward. But the scope for this is massive. So there's no reason why this just has to be Resolve. This could be any piece of software. I might go and do for one for Avid now. Not that anyone should be using Avid at all, ever. But yeah, there you go. And I'll see you on the next one or in the comments. Please do comment. Cheers.